and since November is dunzo and it's full-on winter in Latvia where I'm from, I decided to round up this month by giving you some of my favorite things like I do almost every month and just showing you what I have been loving. The first thing is a beauty product and it's the Body Shop Insta Blur All-in-One Perfector, and it's basically a primer. My skin has been really bad past couple of weeks. It's actually gotten completely clear now. I think it was due to higher fat intake in my diet because I was baking a lot. It doesn't do well with my skin. So I wanted a primer that would really even out everything, you know, cover up my pores so I could have a nice base for a foundation. I'm usually not a big fan of Body Shop beauty products, but this blew me away. It leaves my skin matte for the entire day. It actually gives such a nice smooth velvety base on your skin and I would really recommend it. Next up, two NYX products. The first one is the NYX Fireball eyeshadow. It is a sparkly red eyeshadow that is kind of iridescent, like it changes colors, and I have it on my eyes right now. Really suits blue eyes. I keep saying this all the time when I put red eyeshadow on, but I use it almost every day. NYX Lingerie in the color Lace Detail. This is a matte liquid lipstick. When I was in Australia with Steph, I tried out the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the color Star Child. I fell in love with that color because it was a bit lighter than my lips. It was a really nice nude. Back then it wasn't even out yet in stores. Steph got it before everyone and I really wanted to get it, but it's been sold out everywhere. Like I was in Paris and I went to 3 Sephora's, it was sold out. I decided to Google if it has any dupes and this turned out to be the perfect dupe, so I got that instead and it was much cheaper. It is exactly the same color. I wouldn't say the consistency is great. I would still want to get the melted when it gets back in stock, but as for now, this is such a perfect like nude color. Really brings out your eyes because your lips are kind of more muted pink and I really like it. Next thing I'm going to show you is very random and it is actually a toothbrush, and this is by the brand Giggo 360. So it's a rotating toothbrush, and my friend Anna, who I share a bathroom with, she has an electric toothbrush. She absolutely swears by it. It cleans her teeth so much better and I really wanted an electric one. This electric toothbrush is unlike any other electric toothbrush and I really wanted to try it out, so they were nice enough to send it to me. It came in this pretty little box with the toothbrush picture on it and it has instructions and a charger. When cleaning your teeth you need to use the switch buttons and it basically rotates clockwise or counterclockwise depending on which side of your teeth you're cleaning, and it gets everything out because usually when you clean your teeth, I know a lot of people do it horizontally. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to clean your teeth vertically because that way it can get all the gunk out from the like edges of the teeth, and this one you can clean it horizontally and it will still clean it vertically, if that makes sense, which is really cool. And I have definitely noticed my teeth have gotten whiter and cleaner and my mouth hygiene just feels much better since starting to use this. This toothbrush is actually like a Kickstarter project invention, so I don't think they are available anywhere in stores, but I'm gonna leave the links down below so you can check it out if you're interested and wanted to try an electric toothbrush that's a little bit more funky like I did. This oval brush, and you've probably been seeing these all over the internet. Well, I'm not one to spend tons of money on a brush because I normally just use like a beauty blender or my hands. I found this in like a local very creepy weird like store that sells completely random like fake things, and I found these brushes there and I was like, might as well give it a try. Oh my freaking god, I am never going back to any of those other things that I would apply makeup with. This blends my foundation so perfectly. I have no idea how it does that, but instead of the product sticking to the brush, it actually sticks to your face and it's just like this perfect surface. So if you don't want to spend money on the original ones, these are amazing. They're available all over eBay and Amazon. Just have to look up, I guess, like oval brush. I have a lot of problems finding a really great pair of skinny jeans because I have quite an unproportional body. My legs are much longer than my torso. I have a really high hip bone line, so it's just hard to find jeans that are long enough to actually cover your entire leg from top to bottom. And I have found this perfect pair of jeans from Weekday. I bought this blue pair in Copenhagen and I've been loving and wearing them all the time, but I'm just not that big of a fan of like blue jeans in general. One of my previous like grayish black jeans ripped, so I needed a new pair and I was like, you know what, I've never found a pair that fits as good as these do, so I just got myself the same exact pair, ordered it online in this kind of like washed out blackish gray color, and they are incredible. Like if you have kind of a square body shape, They will accentuate your butt really well and just make everything look so much better than it actually does, which is exactly what a pair of jeans should do for you. The blue ones are actually so worn out, it's ridiculous. They are the weekday Thursday jean, and the size I have is the 27-32, and the 32 leg length is perfect for me. I could even get a 34, that would be even better. They have those, but for these gray ones they didn't have it in stock, and 32 was like enough. Yeah, talking about a basic pair of jeans. I don't know, if you have the same struggle, comment down below. For books, Charles Bukowski, You Get So Alone at Times That It Just Makes Sense. This is actually a book full of Bukowski's poems. He was banned in quite a lot of places, and all of his poetry is very raw, real. It's about drinking, it's about sex, it's about a lot of kind of taboo topics, especially at the time that he wrote them at. Sometimes I just have these evenings where I want to turn my brain off and read something that's, I guess, somewhat provocative. His poetry is beautifully ugly, if that makes sense, but I really love his work, and I would recommend you checking it out. For movies, I know I'm late to this bandwagon, but one I've been loving is Nerve. And that's a movie that came out, I think, in like August or June. So interesting and so beautifully made. And for me, who would really love to pursue video editing as a career, I just really loved the way it was filmed and all the special effects and the colors and just everything about it. And this whole scenario was also amazing. It's basically about the deep net and about this game of truth or dare that Emma Roberts, who's the starring actress, like starts playing. This whole concept of anonymity and our age can lead to a lot of shit, and how people don't feel the consequences for their actions. It's really interesting. I'm not gonna say anything further, but watch the movie if you haven't seen it yet. I actually watched it 2 days in a row because I really liked it. I don't know why. Something about it just attracted my eye. For music, if you haven't checked it out, I actually uploaded a winter playlist video that is going to be right here in a box, and that is basically all of kind of my current favorite songs. Well, not all of them, it's just a tiny part of them, and I made a SoundCloud playlist for that video that you can listen to all the songs to and jam out to them. A lot of you guys have been asking about my music taste and what I like and what kind of music I would recommend, so that's kind of a little starter. But for more general things, the new Weeknd album, can we please address that? I know that it's the most mainstream thing to fangirl over, but it is pretty great, and every time I listen to it I find a different song that my mind kind of clings to. The one that I currently really like is Sidewalks and Ambition. I also really like the songs Nothing Without You, Of Course I Love, I Feel It Coming. It's just an overall really great album, so give it a listen. And the second album is Bon Iver's 22 A Million, and it's hard to describe it. It's very experimental, it's kind of psychedelic, but to me, like, the words I would use is like digital era existentialism. It really makes you feel something inside, and it just gives me shivers thinking about that album. I've been listening to it on repeat, and my favorite songs from it are 666, I really like 33 God, also 21 Moonwater, but honestly all of them are amazing. Just give it a listen. It's really good to listen to while you're studying as well because it doesn't really distract you. Good job, Bon Iver. It's very different from their previous albums, but I really love it. For another audio thing, I have been listening to a lot of Alan Watts speeches, and he's a philosopher who actually passed away back in the 70s. Every word he says just penetrates your skin and gets like inside your bones. It's incredible. I had this one really sad day and I was just listening to his speeches and just bawling my eyes out because his words just carry so much wisdom about life, about love, about being an individual, and I will link some of the speeches down below in the description box. You can have a look, but I really recommend listening to them. That looks like everything for today's favorites video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you wanna try out some of these things that I mentioned, then they're gonna be left in the description box down below. I will see you in my next video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe down there below, because our channel and our family is awesome. We have a great community. I love you all, and goodbye.